What's up guys, it's Kelly and today I've got another swatch and review for you. Today we are talking about the China Glaze Jewels Royale collection, which is actually a limited edition collection for holiday 2021. So we've got 8 brand new nail polishes. They're all specialty shimmery finishes and they definitely have a very strong, bold, rich color story. If you haven't heard of China Glaze before, they are a mainstream nail polish brand that is 7 free, meaning they are free of 7 of the potentially harmful ingredients that are often found in nail polish. They are vegan, meaning they do not use any animal-derived ingredients, and they are cruelty-free, meaning they do not test their products on animals. So we've got a lot of exciting colors to go over today. We might as well just jump into it, so roll the footage. As always with my swatch and review videos, I am going to be using base coat underneath all of my swatches just to protect my natural nail and prevent any stains. Today I am using the Cuccio base coat, so I'll link it below. So we'll start off with this first shade, Ruby Riches, which I was very excited about. As somebody who was born in July, my birthstone is ruby, so every time I see a ruby polish, I just get very excited. But this color is absolutely gorgeous. It's this very intense, shimmery, pinky color, and we actually have these really nice, I want to say duochromatic flakies in here. I'm not actually sure if they're duochrome or if it's just because of this pinky jelly base that covers them up and sometimes makes them look pink and sometimes makes them look gold, but the flakes are just so delicate and elegant and they look so beautiful on. It was perfect coverage in 2 coats, and again, very shimmer heavy, but it wasn't difficult to remove like a glitter. Next up we have the shade Glistening Pearls, another shade I was very excited about. China Glaze Innocence is a sheer nude that's probably one of my top 10 polishes that they have of all time, and I feel like this is almost like the opalescent version of it. Well, I guess it's supposed to look more like a pearl, but we have these very light iridescent flakes in here that have sort of a blue shimmer running throughout as well, and it is just so beautiful. I loved the way that it looked in 1 coat. I love the way that it looks in 2 coats. I feel like this is just such a delicate but elegant manicure, and I think this could honestly just be a perfect wedding color, especially with that little blue shimmer in there. You got your something blue? It's cute. Next up we have the shade Ice and Bubbles, and this is a full coverage micro glitter, so it is silver holographic micro glitters, and then we also have a subtle blue shimmer running throughout, and you can see like little hints of blue sparkle in there. It's pretty difficult to see on camera, but it's also fairly subtle. Really, that holographic sparkle kind of takes over the whole nail, but it looks really beautiful. I thought it looked great in 2 coats. You really couldn't see any visible nail line, but if you do have longer nails, you might need a 3rd. I don't think this one requires sponging on at all. I do think it is full coverage, but depending on the way that the light hits it, you might not see as much coverage on the nail. So we have been absolutely blessed for this collection. We have 2 greens. I feel like brands are finally starting to get on the green train, and I am so happy about it. This color is called 24 Karat Noir, and as you can see, it's sort of a blackened greenish golden shimmer color. So we have this very, very deep base, and then we have this duochrome flaky kind of shimmer that shifts between this very yellow gold and this very intense green, and then even around the edges you can see just a tiny bit of like a bluish color, but very deep, very intense, very beautiful. I love when the light hits it and you can just see this golden sparkle. And the second green shade is called Emerald Magic. I feel like my camera does not do this one justice. It is such a beautiful deep jelly green that has gold and pink glitters running throughout. So you can see in the first coat it's actually pretty light. You kind of have to build it up to be as dark as you want it to be. I thought it looked perfect in 2 coats, and I absolutely love the inclusion of these pink glitters in there. There's just this combination of like the pink, the gold, and the green that just makes it feel like so perfect for the holidays. This is to me the only overtly Christmassy color in the collection, but I think it's absolutely perfect. I really adore it. Like I said, this is 2 coats. I thought that was perfect coverage, but if you want it to be a little bit deeper, almost blackened, then you might want to throw on a 3rd. Next up we have the shade Stay Frosted. My bottle actually did come a little bit dried out. That is just something that inevitably happens every once in a while. So if this ever does happen to you, just reach out to customer service wherever you bought it, and usually you will get a replacement. So I am definitely going to do that, but I also wanted to just show you guys the swatch because I didn't want to skip out on it. And you can see it's this really soft, frosty blue color that has a little bit of a shimmery pearlescence to it. I'm not sure if this one is actually supposed to be a matte finish. As you can see, it was a little difficult for me me to work with just because it was so dried out, but I think I actually managed to get a manicure out of it. I just wasn't able to do like the smooth brush strokes, and I feel like looking at it now, I might need a third coat, but I feel like once I have the right formula version for it, I think 2 coats is gonna be fine. Next up, we have the shade Sapphire Up, and this one I actually was really excited about, and I thought it looked beautiful on, but looking back at my swatch, I feel like it doesn't look as great. I think it really looked better in person, but it's this really intense cobalt blue jelly base that has the blue shimmer running throughout. So it's just really beautiful. It was pretty sheer on the first coat. I got full coverage in my opinion in 2 coats, but looking at the swatch, I feel like it looks like it should have gotten a third coat. I'm not sure, because sometimes it happens with deeper colors that they're so shiny that you can actually see like my other fingers reflected on the nail, and sometimes on camera that makes it look less opaque. So it's hard to tell sometimes if I do need a third coat or if it's just the way that my hands are reflecting, but in person I thought it looked good in 2. And the final shade of the collection is Spoil Me Royal, and it is a beautiful cool toned purple shimmer. Now in the bottle, this one looked like it had a bit of a duochrome to it, because around the edges of the bottle you can see this like gold into green into even blue, but on the nails I thought this one was just purely a cool toned purple, so don't get it expecting it to look like it does in the bottle. However, you guys know I love purple nail polish. I think this is a really beautiful intense color. I don't think it necessarily needs to have a duochrome anyway. I do also want to note really quickly, you guys might notice there's a little bit of bubbling here. At this point in the swatching process, I was so cold I did have to turn the heat on, so we did get a little bit of bubbling. I always recommend using a well ventilated room, but don't have any heat or air blowing on your nails or you are gonna get bubbles, so I'm sorry about that, but the color itself is really pretty. So here are all of the shades together, and I have to say I really enjoyed this color story. I think all of the shades look really beautiful together. I think they all have a really interesting finish to them, and a lot of them are different. I think this is just a really fun way to see just how different shimmer slash glittery polishes can be, because these are all shimmer or glitter shades, and a lot of them have flakies as well, but it's just really cool to see the variety that a brand can come up with while still kind of keeping in the same finish. So those are the polishes, and I have to say I've just been really enjoying China Glaze overall. I feel like in the last few years their formula has just continued to improve, and I especially feel like they really thrive in the fall, Halloween, holiday section of the year. I feel like that's when they always come out with these incredible colors and incredible formulas, and I feel like almost every collection since they switched to the wide flat brush I have just been loving. But it is a thin enough brush that I think people who prefer a round skinny brush would still like this brush, so it's kind of like a medium brush. But in terms of this collection, I genuinely enjoyed every single color. I thought they were all really pretty. I think they definitely towed the line between looking almost indie, and one of the things that I loved about this color story is that it's very rich and jewel toned, but most of the colors don't specifically feel like holiday slash Christmassy kind of colors. They definitely feel like really good wintry shades, but I feel like you could also wear these colors any time of year. So definitely impressed with this collection. No surprise, I feel like I've enjoyed every single one of their winter collections for the last like 3 years. So yeah, definitely overall loved these. So these polishes are available wherever China Glaze is sold. Like I said, they are a limited edition, so if you are interested in them, they're not a part of their core line, so you definitely want to grab them now. They come in 14 milliliter bottles. You can get them from HP Beauty Bar, where they retail for $6.95 USD, and you can use the code KELLI to get 22% off your order. They're also available at Beyond Polish, which is another retailer, and there they retail for $4.60 USD. I also have a discount code there. You can use the code KELLI to get 10% off your order there, but just be warned, those polishes are selling out fast. I believe 3 of the colors are already sold out, so you definitely want to jump on that if you're interested in picking them up. If you enjoy my swatch and review videos, please give this one a thumbs up. It lets me know I'm doing a good job, and if you're not already subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. I put out new videos every Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday. I also have a second channel where I post vlogs, so it's more like behind the scenes, everyday life kind of content. I am participating in Vlogmas, which means I'm posting a new video every single day, so I will leave that up in the cards if you are interested in checking that out. And a huge shout out to my Cosmic Admirals on Patreon, Amanda M, Braxton Scott, and Rocky Man's Daughter. I really appreciate your support, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Today's fun fact question comes from Patreon supporter Brooke B, and Brooke wants to know, did you have a reading goal for the year and did you beat the goal? Will you do one next year? I did have a reading goal for this year. So I think the last couple of years I've had a reading goal and I try not to reach too high, even though I know for the most part I'll probably surpass that goal, but I don't want to like disappoint myself, so I like to aim low. So this year my goal was to read 50 books. So far I have read over 60, which is pretty cool. I knew that most likely I would be able to because I tend to read very quickly, and I do try to read for like a half hour every night. I also try to read a little bit in the morning if I can. So I definitely do get a lot of reading done. I think my reading goal last year was to do 50 books as well, and I definitely passed that. So I might try to do 60 books for next year just to, you know, kind of keep climbing up a little bit. But I also feel like I can't really read any faster than I'm currently reading, so I don't know that I'll ever be able to do many more than that, but I definitely do read a lot. I'm curious if anybody else has made a reading goal for the year and what your goal was. I know that I tend to read a lot faster than the average person, but I know there are also some people who read a lot faster than me. I know some people who read over 100 books a year, which is just absolutely wild and very impressive. But if you have a reading goal, let me know in the comments because I'm curious now. And that is it, so I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!